Yule. It's your boy SK with the on-site honest dialogue, Diddy trial coverage. Just kicking in on day 26, and it's sick today. Literally. So, let me explain. So, court has been called for today. Alright? No court today. We walked into court, everybody sit down, the judge sits down, the judge says, listen, we have a sick juror. Apparently on the way to court today, the juror started experiencing vertigo. The juror notified the proper channels, called the judge, wasn't going to be able to make it today. Alright, turn around home. The judge was like, since that is the case, we can't have court today. Basically, he was like, the vertigo was such that he didn't think it'd be a long-term issue, and he saw no reason to expel the juror from the jury itself. So basically, he decided, hey, look, we're just going to adjourn for the day. We'll pick back up on Friday. Because, tomorrow being Juneteenth, the court is closed. Salute. And we'll pick back up on Friday. So basically, that pushes everything back. So today, Sean Penn, damn, I had his name written down. I forgot to write his name down. The Diddy's, I guess you could say, associate, the kid who got arrested with the drugs, who played basketball at Syracuse, the one who I saw yesterday when I came in, who got sworn in, he was scheduled to testify today. So his testimony is going to be given on Friday. All right. So everything's bumped back. So originally the plan was he was going to testify today. They said it would take about 90 minutes. And the prosecution was basically saying that they were going to be done with their whole presentation on Friday. But now, since this mishap today, that's going to be pushed all the way back. So they probably won't be done until Monday. All right, so they'll be done Monday. Luch leaving. What up, Luch? So they'll leave on. So they'll be done Monday. So that means this will probably be pushed back on to Luch. Luch Live. I want to see if I get y'all an exclusive interview with Luch again. Luch about to say Luch Live. All right. So that means everything will be pushed back. So with everything being pushed back, shit won't until next week. Now, with that being the case, they basically said that the judge asked, like, is there any type of objections? Any type of objections to this? Prosecution was like, nah, we good. The defense was like, we got two issues with two exhibits they put up. And the judge was like, what's that? So the defense was like, we want to have a sealed sidebar to discuss two issues. And the prosecution was like, nah. Like, say what you guys say. Say what you guys say, see? So the defense was like, we flagged two exhibits on the prosecution. And the judge was like, tell me more. What's up? The defense basically said that some text messages from D-Rock were basically irrelevant and need to be thrown out because for be flagged. Basically, two text messages from D-Rock that they found were basically irrelevant and shouldn't be allowed in. And their reasoning was it hasn't been proven either way what these text messages really were about and what they were doing. So the text messages in question were from this dude named. Hold on. Don't rush me. Hold on. This dude named Al Moad. Al Moad. All right. So Al Moad is a dude referred to as One Stop. All right. That was supposedly Diddy's drug dealer. So the defense was like, hey, listen, you got these text messages from D-Rock and One Stop. First of all, we're not even verified that is One Stop. Second of all, you don't even know what these text messages were about. So the judge was like, I mean, it seems like they're talking pretty much clearly about drugs to me. And the defense was like, nah, we don't think so. You basically inferring too much. So the judge was like, all right, let's talk about it. So, hey, you see your boy? So the judge was like, all right, let's hear it. So the prosecution got up, was like, we kind of already went through this. We kind of already established who he was, whatever. And the defense was like, nah, y'all really ain't discovered shit. As a matter of fact, like, they ready to tell me text messages off. And the defense basically like, there's no way you can tell he's definitely talking about drugs in this. Like, and there's no way to kind of link the two. But the prosecution got up there and was like, yeah, so we had Cassie testify earlier this week, and whenever she was basically like verified that, you know, we take messages about valves, PKs. Cassie testified that PKs mean painkillers, FBs mean football shapes, and the color was like color coded for things. So Cassie already broke down all this verbal language that's in these text messages to One Stop. And so these text messages from D-Rock are just basically translation of the stuff that Cassie already put out there. So at that point in time, she was like, judge was like, I overruled, but I hear you out, or we kind of like, I'll think about it and we'll talk about it on Friday. So that was wrong profession. Hey, Diargo, you might not see me no more next year. Hey, you might want to take my office, Diargo. But so yeah. So that was, and they basically said, all right, so anything else? Everybody looked around like, no. And they kind of like, all right, well, adjourn for the day. So that's it for today. There's no more court today. It is adjourned. Like I said, again, sick juror. I mean, people were floored, tell the truth, like, damn, really? So yeah, it's kind of like, all right. So hold on, see anything else I got here? D-Rock dealer is U.S. Yeah, so evidently One Stop has his own federal case, because evidently they referenced a case USA versus Al Moad, because we was like, Al Moad, who the hell is that? And he said Al Moad, and they said One Stop, said, oh, so that's the same person? So like, oh, okay. So basically established that. So yeah, so that being the case, they courts adjourned for the day. And yeah, so that's adjourned for the day. So what up, man? What's the world? You already went on? You already did your you already did right now. Yeah. You see a little pod community we got here, man. You start getting like a little brotherhood stuff, man. It's like a little who's who in the podcast world, man. I'm out here trying to get my space out here, man. Your boy out here, man. So yeah, so that's it. So that's it for his court today. I'm trying to see if I can get somebody out here to give y'all a little spiel with oh, it's a new reporter lady coming now. I was flirting with her a little earlier on the low. Well, let me see if she could give me a little breakdown. Excuse me. You okay? You all right? You good? You got time? You got a chance to do a quick hit for me?
Only because I have to go through all these chains.
Yeah, oh yeah, you got real. Yeah, you official. Yeah, you not. Yeah, you contracted. Yeah. She works for like one of the New York News or something like that. Yeah, and she was like, but she came to me picking my brain, like asking me questions and shit. So I'm like, all right, I shoot you game. I put you on. She got me on camera. I'm like, dang, turn the favor, but nah, I guess everything ain't good, man. Dang, man. But yeah, man, listen. So my dog Lucci out here somewhere. I'm gonna try to catch Lucci and get Lucci to do another quick little interview, whatever the case may be, and I'm gonna see if I can get Christian on the line. I said something to Lucci about it, and he looked at me like almost like he was thinking about it. Now when I said it, I was basically clowning, like, man, get your boy Christian to get with his boy, man. Tell Christian come holler at me, man. Can't stop, won't stop, like clowning around. And Luch looked like he was taking me seriously. Like he's like, I see what's up. I'm like, oh, for real? Like, all right, yeah. So we gonna see if we can get that SK. We gonna get that honest dialogue, SK exclusive Christian Cone interview coming up on the stage, man. So ain't much else going on right now. Like I said, they ain't called it for today. Some quick notes on things. Sitting there talking to some people, basically kind of like going through how they gonna prove certain charges. The RICO charge seems to be the weakest charge so far. That basically the things they try to use to prove the RICO is the fact that Puff had people buying drugs from him, like his workers, like D-Rock, KK, who else? They wanted personal assistance, They all kind of testified to basically at one point in time having cops in there waiting for. So that combined with playing for free calls with bad boy money. So that's another thing they showed yesterday. That's another thing I kind of picked up late on in the presentation yesterday. They were showing his bank statements and everything like that, and show his expenses. So they basically showing like what he were basically paying for the flights and benefits. When I say benefits, I mean like car service and stuff like that for the sex workers with his credit card. And then he would turn around and pay his credit cards off with bad boy accounts. Sometimes he was using, it was crazy because he was using like 4 and 5 accounts on a credit card. Like he might have $100,000 bill, and he'll use 5 different accounts to pay that bill off. Like 20 come from here, 50 from here, 10 from here. It was never like the same amount. It was never like the same amount of money. I could see if it was like 100,000, 5 accounts, like 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. But it'd be like 100,000, 5 accounts, 20, 30, 10, 20. It'd be spread out. It'd be like I'm doing some weird math, but all right. Like, you know, like as a person with multiple accounts, I understand the phenomenon of wanting to pick out different amounts of money from your account. But it's kind of like, huh, all right. So they want to use that, and they got basically security and his personal assistants helping him cover up like the freak offs and things like that. So that's kind of like the hardcore evidence they trying to use to basically say is RICO, on top of the arson that they trying to slap him with Kid Cudi, when Kid Corey car got blown up. So they trying to use all those things to kind of give like RICO. It's like, alright, like, I mean, I see where you're going, but I don't really know if that's RICO for me. Like I said, like if I'm on the jury, it's like I see where you're going, but I don't know if that could convict the man of RICO for what you trying to show. Especially when a lot of stuff is kind of like soft pudding. Like, don't sound RICO to me. Sound like a man just using his wealth to furnish his habits. Like, that's no different than any other person like rich in the world. Like, if you make money at your job and you use your paycheck and you go buy drugs with your money for your paycheck, that's not RICO. That's just, I make money, I'm spending my money on what I like to spend my money on. It just happens to be illegal, right? Yeah, it's illegal, yeah, but I don't think RICO is the charge you want to slap on it. But so that's it for the RICO stuff that I had so far. Let's see here. Other than that, man, looking like a short day today, man. Like I said, I'm gonna try to slide around here, see who I can get to get on camera live, give a quick little interview, some type of taste maybe. I'm trying to get loose. I didn't see Christian today. I don't know if he's here today. I ain't see him today, so I don't think he's here today. But I got invited to this party in Harlem on Saturday. Puff home before Christmas. Black, so I think 50-50 he may win, he may like lose type of shit vibe, like, because even if he get convicted on that interstate prostitution, I think they might give him time to serve with some probation on that. But the RICO, I think 70-30 his chance to win, and in the sex trafficking, I put it at 60-40. Like 60 he might lose, 40, 60 he gonna lose, 40 he might beat it. But with all that said, I still maintain that if all said and done, Trump gonna pardon. Like all said and done, yeah, I think he'll be home before Christmas. I think Trump gonna pardon. I think he gonna slip Trump the bag. Trump is gonna pardon. Like I talked to some sources, and they said Puff and Trump are very tight, and they said that and I'm deducing that Trump gonna pardon based on what Trump said in that interview today. I'm pretty sure when they reach out to Trump, it's gonna be like, all right, just cut the bag, I got you. Yeah, but short one today. Like I said, I'm gonna look for a little tag for y'all, a little interview, so I give y'all some more insight, and I'll get back to y'all. But till then, SK, Honest Dialogue signing off.